Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Want to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shamsundar, Krishna Balaram, Bhagavatam, Nrsimhadev Bhagavan, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, Glories. Srimati Tulsimani, Haridas Thakur, Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So we finished Canto 8 yesterday and wanted to have a quick look at Bhakti Yoga in the last two cantos, Canto 7, and hopefully we'll do Canto 8 as well. Because Bhakti Yoga is such an important thing, and it flows right throughout the Srimad Bhagavad Puran. So let's see what it said in the 7th canto about the glories of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the most recommended path. To give up embarrassment by material sufferings, one must take shelter, full shelter of the Lord, Sri Krishna. So here are the verses which are the evidence of that verse, that quotation. 7th canto, 5th chapter, 5th verse. Bhakti should be practiced from childhood. So this is Prahlad Maharaj, 761. Profession of human life is attained by engaging in bhakti. One can show mercy to all living entities by enlightening them in bhakti. So if you really care for somebody, give them bhakti, share bhakti with them. The best of all activities is that which develops one's love for God. Bhakti is the ultimate goal of human life. The only remedy to get out of miserable life is to engage in the Lord's service. Otherwise, life is pretty dry and pretty painful as well. So when we engage in the Lord's service, then we're engaging with the ultimate truth, the ultimate happiness. So no remedy is successful without the Lord's shelter. One can cross the ocean of nescience by glorifying the Lord. Glorifying the Lord. Nescience is Maya. Vedas, scriptures, religion, or everyone's occupational duty, all of them must aim at understanding Krishna, the Supreme Lord. So even our duty, our occupational duty, somehow we've got to connect it to the Supreme Lord. So no barriers in transmitting bhakti. Bhakti is uninterrupted and can be transmitted in any circumstances. Maharaj Prahlad really received it in the womb of his mother. That's the power of bhakti, in the womb of his mother. A pure devotee brings transformation even in demons. Maharaj Prahlad preached Krishna consciousness to his schoolmates, and they became very convinced by his preaching. Okay, next subheading. Krishna is pleased by bhakti, qualities that can satisfy the Supreme Lord. So we've got 18 qualities here. Truthfulness, mercy, austerities, observing fasts on certain days of the month, like Ekadasi is coming on Sunday, bathing twice a day, tolerance, discrimination between right and wrong, control of the mind and the senses, non-violence, celibacy, charity, reading of scriptures, simplicity, satisfaction, rendering service to saintly persons, gradually taking leave of unnecessary engagements. We waste our time so much every day doing things which perhaps don't need to be done. Unnecessary engagements. Observing the futility of the unnecessary activities of human society. Remaining silent and grave. Avoiding unnecessary talk. Okay, so more, 31 altogether. Considering whether one is the body or the soul. So what are we? Are we this body? It's quite a fundamental question. And it's the first instruction in the Bhagavad Gita. What are we? Krishna instructs Arjuna as to who we really are. Distributing food equally to all living entities, both men and animals. Seeing every soul, especially in the human form, as part of the Supreme Lord. Hearing about the activities and instructions given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Chanting about these activities and instructions. Always remembering these activities and instructions, trying to render service, performing worship, offering obeisances, becoming a servant, becoming a friend, surrendering one's whole life. So the first 21 items in the above list assists our bhakti, helps our bhakti. The last 9 items are the core practice of pure bhakti. So from here, 22 down to 30, that is actually bhakti, hearing about God, etc., chanting, remembering, seva, worship, offerings, obeisance, becoming a servant, becoming a friend. This is that Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Everything else before that is to help to come to the point of bhakti. Only bhakti can satisfy the Lord. And an example is Gajendra with the elephant. We saw how he, at the moment of need, prayed to the Lord, and the Lord came. Okay, next subheading. Bhakti bestows all benedictions. Nothing is unattainable for the devotee who can satisfy the Supreme Lord. By devotional service, bhakti, one achieves what is obtainable by the Paramahamsas. Paramahamsas are very elevated souls. They perform bhakti. Next subheading. Result of absorption in Krishna. Somehow or other, if one is absorbed in Krishna, even with a negative emotion, like Kamsa, right? Or Hiranyakashipu, they had a negative emotion towards the Lord. But they even got liberated because they were connected with God, even though they were connected in a negative way. Of course, we don't want to connect with God in a negative way. We want to connect with Him in a loving way. Attitude and vision of great bhaktas, bhaktas, devotees. One who follows the 9 processes of bhakti should be understood to be the most learned person. 9 processes: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. The 9 that we already talked about in the previous sessions. Devotees do not see any living entities as an enemy or a friend, but think everyone as an eternal servant of God. Unlike the pseudo-spiritualists who are interested in their own deliverance, the devotees are concerned to bring people to the shelter of the Supreme Lord. The devotee doesn't want any material possessions, but only service to a devotee. A pure devotee is always grateful and aspires to serve one's spiritual master. A pure devotee doesn't decide any material benefit, doesn't desire any material benefit from the Lord, and he rejects whatever hampers his devotional service. Wherever exalted devotees stay, that place and the dynasties there, even if condemned, are purified. So that we saw, right? Prahlad and Bali Maharaj. Okay, next heading. The Lord's reciprocation with the devotees. The Lord is very kind. Right? When devotee approaches him, he approaches the devotee as well. The Supreme Lord protects his devotees in all conditions. Bodily needs are automatically fulfilled for a person absorbed in bhakti, like a small child cared for by his mother doesn't know how his bodily needs are fulfilled. So the little baby, he doesn't know where the food's coming from. He's just eating and sleeping and whatever else babies do. And we are in the same position. We don't know actually how our body works, how we eat some prasad, and later, perhaps in the night, that prasad gets digested by the stomach acids, the fire of digestion, and that's turned into blood or air or whatever. We don't know that process. We don't even know it's happening. We're unaware, but it's happening. The Lord is looking after us. Yeah. So as fire, He enters our stomach when we're a child, and He remains there, and He is digesting the food that we eat, turns it into energy, so we can function. But we don't even know. The Lord proves his devotees' words are true. The pure devotees of the Lord are sent by him to teach the mankind. The Lord never induces his devotees to do something unbeneficial. As one connects with the Supreme Lord, he rewards them accordingly. When the Lord is pleased with the living entity because of his devotional service, one develops an equal division or equal vision towards all. Equal vision. The Lord's chastising a demon and accepting a devotee's prayers are equally glorious, as both are for their own good. So even the demon is getting beaten up by the Lord, or the Lord is pleased by a devotee's prayers. They're both equal to the Lord. So let's have a look at the fallacy of material life, right? This world that we live in. Material life is called pavarga because here we are subject to 5 different states of suffering. Yeah, we went through this. Represented by the letters per, fer, b, and ma. Per means parishrama, hard labor. F means fena or foam from the mouth due to labor. B means payarthat, disappointment. In spite of so much hard labor, we're always going to be disappointed. Never get what we want. Oops. B. Sorry. B. What's going on here? Means bhaya, fear or fear. In material life, due to not knowing what will happen next, we are in fear. Ma means mrityu or death. By practicing Krishna Bhakti, one can give up this pavarga and attain apavarga, or liberation. The following lists various verses on the fallacy of material life and how to overcome materialism. So, root of materialism. Forgetfulness leads to misery. We, the conditioned soul, have forgotten our self-interest, which is our connection with Krishna, due to identifying with this body. Attracted by by the varieties of material world, he suffers. The Lord's Maya. The Lord has created material conception of life that distinguishes people as friends and enemies. And so that also leads to problems. It's not a good option, this material world. It's like a blind well. The soul degrading materialistic household life is like a blind well full of anxieties with mind observed in I and my conception. What should come out of it by taking shelter of the Lord Hari? Does that mean we leave home? No, we can stay home. But we have to understand this family life, ultimately, any attachments that come to from that because of the body is going to bring us down. So we have to become detached and more attached to the Supreme Lord. Okay, let's see how it works. What's the analysis of our life? 100 years of human life are wasted by 50 years in sleep, right? When we're little, we sleep all the time. When we're old, we sleep a lot. So 50 years of our life goes quite quickly. In the middle part, we sleep for 8 hours. 20 years go in childhood, 20 years in old age. Remaining years in family attachments. We wasted our life. Strength of material attachment. Who can give up the desire for money, which is dearer than one's life? Thieves, servants, merchants try to get money even by risking their lives. And what do we get? Nothing substantial. The happiness and blessings in this world are as insubstantial as a mirage in a desert. So in a desert, sometimes people see water as a mirage. It's not there. So similarly, in this world, we're looking for happiness in different things. It's not there. Ignorance. Even the learned are overcome by ignorance, absorbed in family life affairs, incapable of understanding oneself, insignificant. The material happiness of household life and sex life is insignificant. Cause of concern. Great devotees like Prahlad are very much concerned about suffering conditioned souls. Qualities of materialistic person. They're ignorant, ambitious, misled, entangled. No good qualities. And it's based on a faulty assumption. Uh, Troublesome remedies. The remedies to material dualities are more miserable.
Sorry, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, yes.
Can you reverse? Here, what does this mean, like cause of concern?
Great devotees are very much concerned about suffering. So, Prahlad Maharaj, when Nrsimhadev asked him, what can I give you? I want to give you something. He said, I am only one, but so many people are suffering. Let me take their sins and let them come to you because they are suffering. Let me suffer for them and you take them. So, a pure devotee, he cares for the suffering of others. He doesn't
Suffering.
want others to suffer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you.
Prabhuji.
Thank you for asking. Huh? Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Very good. So, illusory happiness. A man and woman unite for sex pleasure, but they actually do not become happy. Material sense enjoyment is simply an imagination. Spiritual happiness is real happiness. It can be achieved only when one stops all materialistic activities. Insatiable family attachments. They never come to an end, right? Because of wife or husband, children, parents, daughters, sons, furniture, etc., etc. Cars, houses, you name it. It just is full of just unlimited attachments. And what's an example of that? Just like a deer cannot see the water within a covered well, but runs after a mirage. The conditioned soul does not see happiness within oneself, but runs after it elsewhere. So real happiness is within us, but we don't see it. We can't see it. It's covered. But all of one's plans are ultimately baffled. What's an example of that? In spite of controlling all directions and enjoying all kinds of sense gratification, um, we are never satisfied due to uncontrolled senses, right? So we try to eat something, we somehow may never feel fully satisfied. We want to eat something more, something else, some other taste. Some tongue will just keep on demanding more and more things to enjoy, taste. And what's the consequences? The attached householder's inclination towards Krishna is never aroused by um, instructions, uh, instructions. They never, because of the sense enjoyment, the idea that we are trying to enjoy in this world takes over. We don't have an inclination to hear about Krishna. Due to uncontrolled senses, we go into hellish life and repeatedly we are chewing the chewed. I like this word, chewing the chewed. It's like the camel. The camel will eat the thorns, and the thorns will make the mouth bleed. And he'll keep on eating, even though it's not good for him. He'll keep on eating, thinking, this is a nice taste. But actually, it's not nice. It's his own blood. So we have to be very careful. What are the consequences of being uncontrolled? Uncontrolled senses. The attached householder's inclination towards Krishna is never aroused by others' instructions, by one's own effort, or a combination of the two. So, due to uncontrolled senses, they enter hellish life, repeatedly chewing the chewed. Frustration. A materialist, a karmi, is frustrated in his attempts to attain better enjoyment. Because we're trying to always enjoy better. If I buy this, I'll become happier. But when we buy it, we get it, nothing changes. We're not any happier. Frustration. No space for the Lord. The sinful material mind, absorbed in lusty desires, cannot think of the Supreme Lord's activities. So, this is a really important point. Are we thinking of God during the daytime? Or are we so absorbed in our own selfish requirements that we don't remember God at all? That's not a good sign. So, and it's a good test for us. We can just judge ourselves in the day. How much do we actually remember God? How much are we chanting? How much are we reading? How much are we talking about God? Transmigration. This is caused due to insatiable material desires. We keep on getting different births in different bodies, and it's binding us. An attached householder with uncontrolled sense is bound strongly by the ropes of affection for his family and cannot be liberated. And then there's embarrassment. The ever distracted senses constantly embarrass the conditioned soul, who is like a person with many wives. It's trying to satisfy the tongue, the eyes, the ears, the nose, and the sight as well. We just become very embarrassed because we can never stop trying to satisfy our different senses. Ultimately, it ends in failure. Right. And very temporary. The happiness offered by riches, wives, animals, children, residence, and other luxuries is perishable in a moment. And there was such a big example of that. Just yesterday, a footballer who was 28, he just won the biggest cup in the UK, football, Premiership, with Liverpool. He also won some European title with his country, Portugal. He just got married 5 days ago. He had all the riches that one can possibly possess. And he was
Lucky.
driving
He's lucky in 21,
28. Yeah,
28. Yeah.
but Prabhupada, he was
Yeah.
driving his Lamborghini. He
What
had
is Lamborghini?
a very rich car, very expensive car.
Oh,
A car costs like, I don't know, through 200,000, 300,000 pounds.
oh my
He had
God.
an accident. He died. He died
What? Yeah, yesterday,
yesterday,
instantly.
instantly.
Is it
And he just
UK or outside UK?
Spain.
Yeah,
got
I heard on
married
the
as well.
on the television. They said they're bringing the body.
Yes, and I think the funeral is today.
Oh, so sad.
So you can see this world is
Yeah,
temporary, temporary,
temporarily.
very temporary.
Sometimes in too much happiness is also no good.
No good. Happiness offered by riches, wife, animals, children, residence, and other luxuries is perishable in a moment. He was
Yeah,
28, right? Shyam Malini, what were you saying?
Uh, yeah, I was saying he just got married as well.
yeah.
The
5 days.
footballer.
5 days.
Yeah. Wow.
It's so sad, I tell you.
But this
So
is,
many things.
yeah, so
I
many.
say so many bad things happening nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. But
My my cousin's son passed away. I think it's 6 weeks now, and he only went for a holiday in was it is it Singapore or
Mhm.
I'm not, is it Thailand somewhere, and he drives motorbike all the time.
Mhm.
And only 1 week he went. He lives here in England, and
Mhm.
the last day he was going to come back, and he hired a motorbike in his holiday, and he was driving everywhere. I mean,
Mhm.
riding everywhere. The last day he was coming back. Day before, he had a big accident, and he died there
Wow.
in Thailand. I
Mhm.
mean, it took nearly 2 weeks to body come here.
Mhm.
His funeral is done now, but it's very sad. 28, but he was never married.
Mhm. Yeah.
So things just happens the way you talk just now. I just can't believe it. It's very sad.
Yeah, but this is this world. Any moment, anything can happen and finish
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, we are thinking so many things far ahead,
Yeah, yeah,
but we
yeah.
don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Tomorrow, even today. Yeah.
Today, yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Thank you.
carry on.
Thank you. So heaven, even heavenly happiness is temporary. Everything is perishable, right? This material body, its possessions, relations are all perishable and sources of misery. There's constant fear. Even a wealthy man is insecure due to being a victim of his senses and out of fear of government laws, thieves, enemies, family members, animals, beggars, and so on. There's always defeat. Absorption in family maintenance leads to exhaustion of the lifespan and defeat of the real purpose of human life. What does this mean? The more we entangle in family life, we are eating away our life, right? And we're leaving very little room to think about self-realization, to think about God. That's a defeat for us. One's long life, opulence, and power will be vanquished within a moment, like we just saw. Prabhupada's example, this footballer. What's the solution? How to get out of materialism? When the Lord is pleased, one's animal intelligence is destroyed. One does not make distinction between friends and enemies. One serves the lotus feet of devotees, comes out of this material life. We perform bhakti. Material happiness of the senses can be obtained automatically. One need not endeavor for it separately. It is better to utilize one's human life to perform bhakti. So the solution is keep aloof from the association of demons. Keep away from people who will take you away from God. And take shelter of Lord Narayan. One can become liberated from material bondage. Destroy the material intelligence by Krishna consciousness. Polluted intelligence entangles the jiva in material life in the three worlds. One can still live in this family life, in the home, but you do it with spiritual intelligence. Material desires, we want this, we want that, we want this. By knowing the negative effects of material desires, a devotee desires not to have material desires. I don't want anything. Just want you, my Lord. Intelligence. An intelligent person should give up desire, prestige, and money, which is the cause of lamentation, illusion, fear, anger, attachment, poverty, unnecessary labor. So we don't want prestige. I am such a great person. We don't want desires of unwanted things. And money is needed because we have to live in this world, but not excessively. Hearing about Krishna in good company and gradually become detached from family affection, exactly like a man awakening from a dream. Cultivating satisfaction by giving up greed for material things. This is all will help us. So, idea is we become close to the Lord, become more and more attached to the Lord, and automatically all of these things will manifest. We won't have to do it as a struggle. It will automatically come. My Lord, I want to be close to you. I never want to forget you. I always want to remember you. I always want to be able to chant your holy names. I want to hear about you from the pure devotees. If we have these desires, then everything else, all the fallacies that we've all talked about, they automatically disappear. So thank you very much. Any questions, any comments? Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's just that means we have to just we have to be happy what we got. We don't have to ask too much.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Whatever God has given us,
Yes.
just
Yes.
say thank you.
Thank you. Very, very good.
You know,
Very good.
you if you expect more and more and more,
Yes.
I think it's no good.
It's a struggle. Yes.
No good. I mean, you know what happened to my son.
Yes. Yes.
Since then, his life is changed so much.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
He's just saying, Mommy,
Yes.
I live today and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I keep saying, I do try my best, taking too many tablets, things like that. But
Yeah.
this is it.
This is it.
And we have to be happy what we got. I mean, I'm so happy when I look forward to this 4 o'clock satsang. That whenever, I mean, I did miss yesterday, but I say, oh, I can get at least something from this satsang.
Yeah, yeah. No, thank you for joining, and thank you for
Thank you.
sharing. You know,
Yeah, no,
you give a
thank you.
very, you give very good, you good questions, and also you give good experiences. So thank you for that.
No, thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you. And it's not that we're just thankful for what he's given us. We are thankful for what he hasn't given us. You know, we might think, oh, somebody might think, why don't I have a rich family, or why am I not intelligent to have a good career? Actually, it's not that that is a disadvantage. It's an advantage. My dear Lord, thank you for not giving me these things which will keep me in this world. Thank you for giving me what you have given me, but thank you for giving me, not giving me what I don't have. That way, when we're grateful like that, we have no lamentation. There's no greed that just disappears. Oh my Lord, thank you for not, giving me a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, because we don't need it, but second, we're thanking you because you know what is good for me. Whatever you've given me is good for me. I appreciate that, my Lord. So that's a good attitude to have, you know.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Okay, there's nothing else. We can stop there. Okay. Srimad Bhagavat ki jai, Bhakti Yoga ki jai.